It's good to see you again, Prince Addam. Please forgive the actions of my guards.
Don't you worry about it. I am just glad to see you well, Your Imperial Majesty.
Imperial Majesty?
May I introduce? The Emperor of Mor Ardain, Hugo Ardenach.
The Ardainian Emperor? What's someone of his station doing out here?
You know, our stations are fairly similar.
Not that you'd ever know.
Thanks, I try.
I've come for the Aegis. Its actions have been felt in Mor Ardain as well. We're currently chasing it down.
The same as us, then. But coming here yourself.
My brother is ruling in my absence.
I see. And so you brought Brigid and Aegeon.
Huh?
Those two are the crown jewels of the Ardainian forces. Wielding them on the front lines is the duty of he who has the throne.
Indeed. That ought to have been my older brother.
But he didn't have the potential to become a driver. And now, here you are, bonded with both of them.
The Special Inquisitor is under my brother's direct command.
Oh.
Should I fall in battle, he has his orders to retrieve the core crystals.
That sounds cold.
That's how it goes with matters of state.
And yet, it works out well for me. I have always wanted to put myself on the line for our people. And I never enjoyed wielding authority in the first place.
I feel the same way. I don't get why anyone would want to sit on a throne.
Yes, that. If Prince Zetar knew, there would be consequences.
Let's pretend you didn't hear me say that.
You two will never see eye to eye. Better to leave well enough alone.
Ruling is, frankly, it's a scary thought. Just imagine becoming someone you don't recognize. Never knowing who's looking back at you in the mirror.
Prince Addam, I'd be happy if you called me Hugo, like old times.
I will, dear Hugo, but only if you call me Addam in return. Well, it would be beneficial to share our findings, but perhaps elsewhere might be better?
How about your Majesty's flagship?
Indeed.
Flagship.
Is something the matter, Lady Laura?
I'm just not very good in that kind of stuffy environment.
Well, you're not alone there. That's the worst.
Right? I think I'll sit this particular venture out.
Yeah, I'm out too.
Oh, no, you don't.
Wait a minute. Is that her?
Yes, this is Mithra, one of the Aegises. Your account would be valuable as well, Laura.
Everything I've seen or heard, Jin will know as well.
Yes, that's true.
Please? Would you go instead of me, please?
Of course. I will do as you wish.
Thank you kindly. Well then, shall we?
Prince and an emperor now join the party. Holy crud. That's wild. What is up, wee Laura? Are you just like a crown magnet? God dang. And well then, my friends, shall we make a move? Sounds good to me, brother.
Your Majesty, this may not be my position to say, but would it not be wise to first investigate the location we spoke of?
Ah, yes. You do raise a valid point. Aegeon, please consider His Majesty's feelings. He wishes for quality time to spend with his dear friend, Prince Addam. I'm honored that you value me so highly. I think this is a decision best left to Hugo. What do you say? Will that be getting in the way of your mission? No, not in the slightest. Oh? What was that? In fact, I believe you're just as involved in this whole affair as us. With what you're traveling alongside the Aegis, not much is clear. So, this mission of yours has something to do with Malos, right? Exactly. So, Aegeon, would you?
Of course. By official decree, allow me to formally disclose to you the nature of our mission. On the surface, we have traveled here to work on diffusing diplomatic tension between the Empire and Sia. But, at the same time, there is another matter we are investigating.
And that, I presume, is Malos. So what are you going to do? Take him down? Capture him?
At the present time, neither. It is His Majesty's wish to ascertain the intent of this Malos, and indeed anyone who wishes our Empire harm.
So serious, wow. Then I assume new intelligence has come to light.
The 4th decade reported in just as you were on your way to Torrigoth. They had discovered an area of land that had been scorched black by some colossal power.
Uh-oh. I don't think Adam's going to want to ignore that one. You read my mind. Hugo, as much as I enjoy reminiscing out on the cloud sea, quite like to enjoy some more of the scenery first. Of course. If you like, we can take a side trip before we return to the ship.
Laura, is this wise?
I still want to decorate the graves, so I'll wait for you in the village. Everything will be fine. Hayes is with me after all. That's right. Please take as much time as you need.
Alright. Maybe it's for the best that she doesn't get to see the extent of Malos' devastation.
So you say the 4th decade found traces of Malos' destruction. And that would be where?
It would appear to be Avalafum Hill, heading inland from Ordia Great Plains. But I'm afraid I've received no further information. We have no recourse but to go and examine the area ourselves.
Sounds like a new main quest. From here, probably even closer.
Indeed. That is where we must go.
Perhaps you can entertain us with tales of your adventures as we make our way, Adam. Sounds good to me, and power unimaginable will be added to our main story. So, Laura's out of the party. That stinks, but we have a new ally in the form of Team Hugo, and oh my gosh, guys. I'm pretty excited because now we get to talk about the other characters that we can control. So, in Torna the Golden Country, you can press the ZL button to just switch on the fly. I love that so much. Sadly, the other drivers cannot have access to level 4 specials at the moment. That's something that Jin and Laura can do alone, but you never know. That might change as the story progresses, and holy crap, this is so cool! Oh my gosh. I'm really pumped, especially to show off Hugo. I don't know what it is. I just really like sword and shield characters. I always played as a tank or like a, defender in every online game I ever played, so I kind of want to see what he can do before we do anything else. So based on his weapon and the 2 blades that he has to start with, Hugo is meant to be a tank. So chances are we probably want to increase his HP to increase his survivability, which in turn will increase our survivability. I was talking about aggro before, and Hugo's basic one job is to not die and hold aggro so characters like, Laura and Adam can deal out damage and not have to worry. So before we do anything else, it's a good idea to probably enhance the arts of these, but yeah, they definitely have some weapon points they have not spent yet. So I kind of want to use Bridget the most. I mean, it's a good idea to use every character, I think, but I just love Bridget. She's so awesome, and come to think of it, we actually have a lot to spend, so I'm going to do that before we head out.
My technique has improved.
Just a general rule of thumb, you probably want to get all your rearguard arts and your vanguard arts to level 2 before you go to level 3. That's just usually how I like to play the game. Some people disagree with that, but oh well, what can you do? But now that we've done that, we got a weapon point spent, we gave Hugo a decent accessory. Let's see what he can do in actual battle, and if he will follow the Xenoblade tradition of the character that is intended to do the least damage will end up be doing the most towards the late game. But his first art off cooldown, Round Cutter, does AoE and aggro up. You could not ask for a better art as a tank, I gotta say, but Sadly, Laura is not in the party, so inflicting break is going to be a little tricky, so the shield bash attack isn't going to be much use. Let's actually head over to Bridget and see what she... Oh, wait, we actually did get the break. Crud. Do we have anything to use the topple? No, I don't think we do at the moment, but, oh my gosh. Confining Flames is her talent art. Okay. I really want to see that crap, yo. Like, that seems really interesting. If that functions like it did in her boss fight, that would actually be really, really cool, but only time will tell, I suppose. I haven't, like, played with Hugo at all. This is, kind of my first time, and oh my gosh, that is a really high-level enemy. But, basically what we're trying to do right now is we need to make our way to this scorched earth in the middle of the fields here, so it might take us some time, but eventually we'll get there. But in the meantime, guys, oh my gosh, like, it's really, really refreshing, this DLC, story expansion, whatever the crud you want to call it. I'm just going to give my general, like, thoughts on it so far. It is hilarious that there's an entire DLC dedicated just making fun of Mithra. That is... It seems mean, but she kind of has it coming, but... that is really, I didn't expect that, actually, so I'm pleasantly surprised. Should we fight this dude? He is level 15. We can fight this Varus. It might actually be a good idea to do that, and, there's another thing I want to, like, kind of show off. So, there's not an official name for this, and this is sort of like a metagame tactic, right? But, if you really need to get your art up really fast, and you don't care about your auto attack damage, this is what I like to call stutter stepping. We're just resetting Hugo's basic auto attack over and over again to get us the arts that we need. I don't know if it's the best strategy in the world, but it works out for me, y'all. Let's actually... Oh, man, I messed up that, button combo, but... His shield slam is pretty darn cool, or his attack, but having a Gion at the beginning of the game, y'all, for those who have played Xenoblade before, is gonna be pretty broken, because his breaking wave attack just straight up ignores damage. Like, I'm about to get hit, not no more. God dang, that is gonna be a lot of fun to mess around with, I'm pretty sure. And we get a lot of EXP per battle. That's kind of odd. Oh man. I feel kind of bad talking over the voice actors, but they kind of go on for a while. With Aegeon in particular, I guess. But, yeah. This game's fun as crap. I'm liking it. Here are the Valifum Hills, which is where... Oh, yeah. The Scorched Earth was reported to be found, and... Tell me, you finally found the uninhabited Titan. Oh, we're just, like, talking the whole time. That's right. Made it there without a scratch. The map, the bard's song, the elder's legend. It was all true! I wish you could have some of that fun after you bonded with me. No fair. Of course. Back then I had no idea that I'd be the driver of an Aegis someday. Not a clue. I also had no idea that I'd end up with a blade. Who's so hungry for experience? I mean, I prefer it when you have something interesting to say. I choose to take that as a compliment. Well, sure, I was hardly boring, discovering the legendary uninhabited Titan. The natives gave us a fine chase. Natives? I thought you said it was uninhabited. Well, to be precise, we didn't meet any humans there. Just some monsters of the Arachno, Antal, and Skeeter variety. Cool. And they were pretty huge specimens, too. Must have looked like extra tempting appetizers to them. There were really quite a lot of them. You were lucky to get off the Titan in one piece. A fine recompense for an adventurous heart. So your plans to build a holiday villa there came to nothing. It's more than a little tragic. Well, I mean, that wasn't the primary aim. Perhaps I didn't get a material reward, but I certainly got a spiritual one. Things didn't work out quite so well for my playmates, though. Oh? How so? It was kind of paradise for insects. I heard later that it was laid waste by someone or other. The ways of humans are often cruel. What's done is done. It was a time of war, and they had to find a place for refugees. The monsters couldn't have grasped that. They probably just saw an arrogant human wrecking their home. Oh, the telling of it falls hard upon my ears. Yeah, when we're doing a mission, y'all,
Your Majesty, forgive my interruption, but this appears to be the location mentioned in the report.
Oh yeah, that is definitely some desolate land. So, we're here already. A journey passed in the blinking of an eye thanks to Addam's enchanting tales. If your servant, humble recounting, was able to relieve your imperial tedium, truly the most blessed of men am I. God, Adam. Gotcha. I do wish you'd cut it out, Adam. I'm not your better, and you should know it.
I wouldn't be so sure of that, Hugo, old friend. Now then, Mithra, I'd really like to get your opinion on this as the Aegis. Yeah, check it out, Mithra. She's like, yep, that's ground, I reckon.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this isn't Malos' handiwork. How did you come to that conclusion, Mithra? Malos' attack would have melted the earth and turned it into glass. Whoever did this only scorched the grass. Can't have been such a high temperature. That's a very wise deduction. We're lucky to have you as an ally.
I offer my apologies to you all for leading you to this disappointing conclusion.
Naya, Jion. I could not have known without further investigation. With each possibility we discard, we move all the closer to our goal.
Everyone, look there! What is that thing's face? It's a big one! Indeed. We cannot let it run riot. Just think of the damage it could do if we got to Lesham Cove or settlement. Everyone, get to it! Right. So, yeah, we learned that. Oh my gosh, he is really big. So, the Komodo fire coming out from the Despair Whirlpool, who, probably caused all this destruction here. I guess here in Gormott, the wildlife is really, really dangerous. This thing is huge, and this is only level 16. God dang, but crud, I actually want to go to a Jion for this. He is that guy who actually applied or had a chance to apply the brake. Sadly, we didn't get that off. Well, we got the topple. Do we have anything else to follow that up on? No, we really don't, sadly, but that's okay. This is a pretty standard fight, especially if you use a Jion and his breaking wave. Like, seriously, if you get the hang of it and you know a big attack is coming, you'll be surprised on all the damage you can mitigate. Oh, yeah, we have aggro. So, pretty much, tank gameplay, not the most interesting, I won't lie, but it's pretty simple. Someone's got to do it. It's an important job, right? As long as, like, they aren't hitting your allies and you're surviving the attacks, you're doing a good job. Let's actually see an Aqua attack from a Jion and wrap it up. Nice. Yeah, that was super easy, even without Lauren. A fire-spewing monster. It's a good thing we had a Jion on hand. Perhaps it's bold of me to say, but I've dealt with worse. He's trying so hard to be cool. Well, it seems safe to assume that it was the cause of the burn marks.
I would never have dreamed that such a foul fiend could have lain in wait so close to Torgoth.
Maybe it was driven out of its original home in a territorial dispute. I've heard that happens from time to time.
Yeah, maybe. Or more likely some human stole or smashed its home up. We call them monsters. But to them, we're the monsters. Indeed. It must be thus. The day shall dawn that man's exploration of Titans will bring ruin to us all. Perhaps that dawn is already upon us.
Interesting thing you've got there.
Malos, enough.
It's all right. Indal's most sacred treasure, the Aegis. It is said to be the embodiment of the Architect's light, the divine revelations our founder Maldonare received.
Really? Then... that's what I will be called too. After all, I am born of divinity, not just some reflection.
You believe yourself so strong?
Don't you?
Your situation doesn't look good. Boltrick is not going to let it go. And you can't hide behind the Praetor forever.
that has nothing to do with you.
If that were true, you wouldn't be here. Here.
What is this place?
It's a very tasty secret, formerly known only to the Praetor and me. The essence of our Judician forebears, originally salvaged from the bottom of the Cloud Sea. Some of it may hail from the fabled land of Moritha.
Moritha?
Look. This here display is a diagram of what human cells are made of. And then this one here is a blade's.
Astonishingly alike.
Of course. After all, they are descended from humans, too. That in and of itself isn't too shocking. But this...
It's the same, isn't it?
Just wait.
That's a core crystal.
Exactly. A blade's core crystal contains information not only pertaining to humans. It also records schematics describing all manner of animal tissues.
You're saying blades contain detailed information of all living creatures?
Not just that. Have a look at this undeveloped part. That is from a Titan. It suggests that this particular piece may one day develop into a Titan. Isn't it mind-boggling? A message from the architect, no doubt.
From the architect?
Indeed. This is just what you were after. I wish to investigate this and learn more of what the architect has in store for this world, and perhaps claim this knowledge for our own.
Including the Praetor?
Perhaps. Isn't this in line with your own goals? Well then, I may as well help out.
After that little bit of world building, we're back to our main party, and I say little bit, but wow, that was a lot to unpack. But anyway, I believe that concludes my mission. So we head to the flagship. Fine by me. It's a good place for us to exchange info. It's currently moored at Lasham Cove. And to Lasham Cove we go! What about Laura, guys? You're forgetting about... Whatever. Mission complete. We found out that, yeah, it wasn't actually Malos that blew up
Always happy to put a smile
this random field. Just some giant lizard. That still begs the question, who the crud took down, you know, Torgoth? What's going on there? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But our next destination is actually the Mor Ardain capital ship. Can you find it? Can you see where we're going? Can you see the giant ship that takes up half of the like skyline? But no, realistically, we just gotta head there and everything will be good. Along the way though, might as well do some collecting and all that. But real briefly, I just want to, man, I want to talk about that scene and like the greater impact of it. But I think that'd kind of be in spoiler territory, so maybe like it's best not to talk about the blue people quite yet. The very obviously slightly chaotically aligned blue people and crud. I could technically take that thing on Should I? Nah, we really need Laura and her ability to create healing potions, or we would be dead. But, oh crap, we actually never talked to this dude before. Hey, join my community, dude. What's going on? Your group's grown since last time, right? Yeah, definitely. Guess you could say that. Guess that means you could do some pretty cool blade combos when you get your friends. Make combo requests, yeah. I'll be honest, I'm not really interested in talking to this dude. I just want him to, join my community. There we go. Nice. Now we got him. Let's, report to the ship, I guess.
Right. So it was the Cian forces that ravaged this area.
Yes. Many troops remained here with no orders after Malos sank their homeland. We're doing our best to disarm them, but, well, you've seen the village. Sadly, it's happened more than once.
The powers that be bicker among themselves, ignoring the larger danger.
And right now, that is the one thing we cannot afford.
I will go take a look.
Incidentally, how has Torna been faring?
I'd like to tell you that the people bask in the peace of His Majesty's rule. But I'm afraid that would be a lie.
Same as everywhere else then, yes?
Torna has not escaped Malos' rampage unscathed.
If that is so, allow me to offer you the Imperial Army's assistance in this time of...
Don't worry about it. This is exactly the reason why Indol entrusted her to me.
Ah, so you came. The future king of Torna. I'm glad I thought to send a messenger.
King, don't joke about it. Rumors like that could cause trouble at home.
I am merely a quester. I hold no such influence.
I quest her today, but tomorrow?
The core's color is different. And she's a woman, too. Quite lovely indeed. Malos was all brawn and brutish strength.
You worry?
No, quite the contrary. Everybody knows a blade's appearance bears no relation to their power. You could be the heroine of our resistance.
No, I won't be anyone's anything.
That's fine now. I have only one thing to ask of you. To rectify the mistake I made and erase Malos from the face of the world.
So that's why the returning hero, pacifier of the Borderlands, was really just...
Never before has a blade broken free and rampaged like this. I can see why Indol would prefer to keep it quiet. They're even routing support to the militia through Argentum for deniability.
And then towards you.
I'm just some princeling. Me.
Surely, if you defeat Malos, your cover will be blown.
If indeed. But we're not in it for the glory, are we? When we're done, I'll just plow my fields in peace.
Your Majesty. Some of our troops have returned to base, but...
Is something wrong?
They're all reporting something strange. A marauding group of routed mercenaries, trying to avoid any attention.
Just remnants, hmm? That is strange. There's not much around here for them, in the way of paid work or opportunities for looting.
As Your Majesty commanded, our men did not engage. We confirmed their bearing, then withdrew.
And? Where were they going?
The village outskirts.
But why there? There's nothing but graveyards.
What the?
Oh no.
At first, I thought to take it. But I'd made it for her, and I'd like her to keep it forever.
So, the bitch is dead, is she? Shame. I had a soft spot for her. Ha! Guess you learned how to use a weapon at least. Big change from a tiny kid trying not to piss herself in fear.
You're... No! God!
You remember me? How touching.
A face that ugly, I couldn't forget. Trust me, I tried.
Harsh.
What do you want? Not that I can't imagine.
I'm here to take back what's mine, kid. But before that, I'll take a bit of time to express my gratitude to you. It ain't gonna be pretty or quick. Then I'll make that blade watch as I cut you into little sticky chunks, just to make sure the last thing he feels is complete despair.
I'll hold them up. You get to the others quickly.
No use. Hayes, he knew about you. He brought no blades, just more mercs.
Exactly. Don't worry. I'm gonna treat you real good before I get to the cutting.
2 against 13. Hardly seems fair. For them. And, yeah, now there's just 4 of them. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyways, this is the battle against the mercenaries who, are really not gonna hold up much of a fight. They are really, really pathetic, all things considered. They do basically no damage, because they don't have a blade with them, which, I guess was a part of their plan, because they understand that, yeah, Hayes can just basically stop blades, which is their signature attack, but, I don't think they understood how powerful Laura became, and, goddamn, dude. Just think about how evil you gotta be, like, you know what? I'm gonna go kill my daughter on the grave of my old wife. What the like, Xenoblade don't play games, y'all, but, same as before, you can just leave the highest level dude for last and just tear through everyone else in the meantime. Oh my gosh, that did way more damage than I thought I was gonna do. Holy crap, never... Jeez, I mean... I know Team Laura wasn't around to get EXP when, it was just Jin, but... she's doing alright. Like, if you just do the, Path of Thorns cancel attack, that's already like half of their HP. Oh no, you're lowering my ether damage. What am I gonna do? Or is that Hayes lowering theirs? Either way, though, speaking of Hayes, let's actually get her in here. Oh my... I love when she gets sent into battle. She's just like, I'm gonna whack you with this giant staff! Half your HP, so, Gormott here. Dude, with a name like that, he was just born to be evil, real talk. But, his whole thing is, he's gonna try and run away from you, but if you're in Hayes, she already has a lot of area effect attacks that hit from far away, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, and, oh wow. The knockbacks actually happened, so he got a little bit what he wanted. We don't need to use Winds of Time here, at all. In fact, we don't really need to do much of everything. Or anything. Look at our HP bar, look at his. Dude, we gonna be alright. Like, this is just like a... I guess a feel-good battle. I don't know. There's not a lot of 1v1s in, oh my gosh, we got toppled, though. How'd you do that? You didn't even flick the break. Or did he? I don't know. Either way, doesn't really matter. Despite that, we can just get a HP potion, switch out, and we got our HP back. Yeah. 2 against 1 in this game. I would not want to be the one going against Hayes right now. Especially because she just keeps critting so much. But, a couple more specials. And
he'll go down. Can't say I was too surprised, honestly. Come on, his name is Gert! Gert can't fight! He's Gert!
You're starting to piss me off. Oi! Surround them so they don't get away!
My lady, you have to go.
It's all right. He's here.
You bastard! No! Ah! No!
We are done for! The cross!
What's next, then? Right leg? Or the left? Or how about...
Enough! That's enough, Jin. Just leave him. For my sake.
So you let him go? Even without his arms, he may cause you more trouble one day.
I didn't want to end it here. He might deserve it, but he did take care of my mother, so... Let's go back. I suppose I can bring myself to step foot on this flagship after all.
Ah! My arms! My arms! Bastards! I'm gonna kill them! Every last one of them! Ah! Huh? The hell are you? Stop it!
I don't know what the crow that was about, but serves him right. Whatever the crap's about to happen with that dude, but yeah, the party's reunited. Jin saved Laura just in time. That's kind of his thing. I like that. And, well, I guess in the next episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it's time to head back to the Titan warship and figure out what we have to do next. So see you guys then. Bye.